Flags are flying at half staff around the country today by the order of President Biden to mark the U.S. surpassing 1 million COVID deaths. Hard to get an exact number, but in all likelihood, we crossed 1 million a long time ago. Here in Washington, D.C., hundreds of nurses marched on the National Mall in remembrance of healthcare workers who died and to advocate for better working conditions. Nationwide, COVID cases are going up again. You can clearly see an incline on the chart. Infections up 58% in the last 2 weeks. Hospitalizations up 20%. Senate Republicans are blocking a bill to replenish funding for the U.S. COVID response. Make sure there's enough resources to develop and buy new vaccines, distribute tests, provide care for the uninsured, and give aid abroad. That sort of stuff. The Biden administration said it needed over $20 billion, and it released internal research predicting 100 million new COVID cases this fall and winter to bolster the case for more money. But Senate Democrats negotiated the bill down to just $10 billion with Republicans who are now saying they won't even vote for it unless it includes a measure empowering immigration authorities to deport people faster. They want to force the Biden administration to keep Title 42 in place after the Department of Health and Human Services announced it would be repealing the emergency measure. Can't help the uninsured until we punish migrants. And Democrats are likely to oblige. As Politico reported, Senate Democrats are warming to the idea of letting Republicans have a vote on immigration if that's what it takes to prepare the United States for a fall coronavirus surge. On Thursday, President Biden addressed the second annual Global COVID Summit, and even though the U.S. has fallen short of its own commitments, Biden called on other nations to step up their financial contributions to defeating the pandemic abroad. The president did announce the U.S. would share with the world spike protein data, which is a key piece of medical technology in developing the vaccines. Although the U.S. doesn't have a great track record of delivering on promises like this, during the first COVID Global Summit a year ago, the White House touted its support for a vaccine patent waiver at the WTO and pledged to get it passed. But it never did. And as In These Times reported, Biden didn't even mention the issue of an IP waiver during this year's summit. Big W for drug capitalists around the world, but a big L for humankind. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.